Good morning. Well, today we are here to talk about the Pandora 4S Plus Edition. This one is also completely wireless. We're going 100% Bluetooth. Box was about $340. Came with 2 controllers, 1 console, and a whole bunch of accessories, HDMI, cord power cable, USBs, you name it. So I've been looking for this thing for a long time on the internet. Nobody seemed to have any reviews. They just had it for the wired edition, which looks great, but I am a huge fan of wireless in the living room. So really just decided to take a gamble on it, see how the quality was and what came out. So far, yeah, I'm pretty impressed. Don't get me wrong, I think you get what you pay for. Again, $340, that did include shipping. It took about 3 weeks to get here, but for the sheer value, I am a fan. Now again, this is not for any championship edition fighting people who go to EVO or any of that. This is definitely for the casual gamer who just wants to play some quality arcades. Reason I bought this, one, I wanted to go ahead and get a Neo Geo AES. Always been my dream. But then I started to check prices on eBay and they are astronomical. There is no way I could afford it. And I thought for $340, you get every single game the Neo Geo has, and then some. All the Capcom fighters. I love Marvel vs. Capcom. Street Fighter 3, Third Strike's on there. Not perfect, but playable. Then we also have Mortal Kombat. But anyway, we'll dive right into some games. We'll see how they play. Just to warn you, again, I like optimization of image, or they call it like pixel smoothing. Most people hate this option, but for a big plasma or LCD like we have here, it's really the only way to make it look non-pixelated and really kind of have a smoother effect over it. But to each their own. But anyway, it's nice that you have the option for it. Only big complaint I would say is I haven't figured out how to turn blood on for Neo Geo games. Games like Metal Slug, The Last Blade, you don't have the epic fatality of chopping people in half and the blood shooting out. And even Metal Slug, really the white effect just kind of gets old. But still, besides that, I mean, those are pretty minimal problems. It really loads up, incredibly responsive. That's the biggest thing. There was zero lag. I thought it would be horrendous, or really just have even a millisecond, but honestly, I'll show you in the video, has not been a problem for me. Again, some people might beg to differ. If you really are a professional at fighting games, for example, you need wired, but you can plug this in via USB and have the wired option as well. So, options are there. But anyway, beautiful Saturday morning here in California. I got my coffee, I got my sticks. Let's go try it out. Now I will say the build quality of these sticks is pretty good, but nowhere near professional. Even the buttons up here just seem like they were really loosely put in and don't know if they're going to have much wear and tear. The thing is super lightweight. I cannot stress that enough. Honestly, you could pick it up probably with 2 fingers. It was slightly heavier than a PlayStation controller, but not by much. I had debated just opening this guy up and putting like a paperweight in the bottom just to make it feel a little more solid. Still not a game breaker, but I can understand. If they're trying to ship from China too, they got to make this thing lightweight. Charging on the side. Now this is where it gets a little bit interesting. And at first I was like, how does this thing power? Then I open up the battery compartment, and I'm not sure what exactly that is, but yeah, it's a battery. So I gotta say, you charge on the side, but as much as I want to give this thing negative, any negative reviews, it's been great. I mean, the charge has lasted me well more than 4 hours. I haven't really timed it yet to see exactly how long they last, but for the entire time my friend and I were here, and I love that you just turn it on and it instantly connects. There's really no reason to power or do any of that nonsense. So anyway, things are great. I can't complain. So the Pandora's box itself is extremely lightweight, really just tiny little box. Has quite a few connections in the back, just HDMI, VGA, audio, USB, even a volume adjustment, and a headphone out. Also does have a menu button back there. So anyway, very simple little box, lights up, push it on, good to go. Now 50 seconds exactly to go ahead and power up and get to the menu. Not bad. Now I do have to apologize, I really don't have the best setup to be able to stream from the television, but this should do. Let's go ahead and give it a try. We go ahead and just push the single power button there, turns on, and right away ready to go. So as you can see, we really don't have to spend any time going through the menu. There's plenty of other videos showing this thing off, but the Plus Edition does have 815 games. Let's go ahead and start with one of my absolute favorites, Metal Slug. A nice charming little intro. And as you can see, the graphics do look great with the pixel smoothing. Again, that's just me. Alright, brings me back. But you can also notice there is a little bit of screen tearing toward the top of the screen, especially in Metal Slug. It's not really apparent in every game, but for some reason it does kind of come up. Now I'll try to capture this as best as possible. It is incredibly responsive. I was really worried about that. It's nothing like that terrible Metal Slug Anthology on the PlayStation 2. Yeah. Alright, just to get back to it, there is a nice little pause button, which also lets you go back to the main menu. Let's try something else. Alright, so it begins. You can even tell on this stage, really, it is a little bit slowed down. The quality is just not great for the audio. Prepare to strike now. So one big question I get is, how does Mortal Kombat play now that it's been added to the Plus edition of the Pandora's box? To be honest, not perfect. Unfortunately, it does have a little bit of slowdown. Not really game breaking, but I kind of consider it like Metal Slug 2, where it just kind of hurts the experience. So how does Mortal Kombat play? Well, not perfect. There's some definite slowdown. We also have to know all the Namco classics, Galaga, Pac-Man, even Nintendo Donkey Kong, all work wonderfully on here. So this has to be one of my all-time favorite arcade games. Marvel vs. Capcom is half the reason I bought this thing, besides the Neo Geo games. I really love the first one. I just think like the limited characters, they added Venom, put Strider in there, Captain Commando, just a phenomenal fighting game.
We are ready. Fight!
And one of the main reasons I even bought this system is Samurai Shodown. This game just brings back so many memories in the arcade. It was always kind of a toss between playing any Capcom game then right over to the Neo Geo. Love Samurai Shodown. I think all five of them really have their own character. For some reason, 4 is my favorite. It's just the one that I really remember playing the most at this pizza parlor in Florida. To each their own. I know it's really probably rated the worst one, but that's what's great about it. But let's go and jump into 3. Nice little intro. Let's do this. This character's awesome. just feel like the Samurai Shodown franchise is just kind of ahead of its time. Always a fun game. Used to play this one a lot on PlayStation 1. I said I love this game, never said I was very good at it. So that is my review of the Pandora 4S Plus. I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. I really don't have too many complaints for it. I mean, to be honest, I've been trying to look for problems. Besides the sheer weight of the controller, which we discussed, just overall build quality is not really, realistically, maybe $250 should be a fair deal for this thing, but for a casual gamer like myself who really just likes to pick up and play when friends come over, this thing's ideal. I mean, to be honest, I've had more fun actually playing this than I have my PlayStation anytime my buddies come over. It is reliable. Honestly, it turns on in really a heartbeat and hasn't given me a single issue. The wireless is great. Charging hasn't given me any problems. So, yeah, and honestly, if you love fighting games, you love the old Neo Geo, you love arcade games, and you love Capcom, this thing's awesome. I'm a fan. When we bump that, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 is a fair score for this thing. But anyway, feel free to ask me any questions in the comments. Hopefully you decide to get one of these things, or if not, let me know what you think.